Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the Ask Rebecca radio show. Thanks so much for joining me. I hope everyone had a great week. Let's get right into this week's predictions. Here's what you can expect for the week ahead, which runs from tonight through to next Thursday, August 16th. These are general predictions for everyone in areas of work, love, finances, health, and spirituality. If you're interested in any of the services I offer, you can go to my website, AskRebecca.guru. So the general themes, this week feels like the usual energies we've been experiencing over the last several months. I feel there will be more things being revealed, more of getting comfortable in the unknown, and more of things that were previously invisible will become visible. And there's also going to be communication problems and technology issues thanks to Mercury retrograde and all the other planetary stuff that we've got going on. I feel like, again, the things that were previously invisible will become visible. This is going to show up in multiple ways for everyone. A lot of emotional stuff being revealed, untruths being revealed, knowledge being revealed, and any type of realization, basically coming up from within you, around you, that sort of thing. I also feel like some of the invisible becoming visible will have to do with things that have gone missing or been misplaced. Maybe people who disappeared from your life are reappearing. I feel like there's magic tricks, so maybe you end up watching a magic show, or there's something about magic with, again, things disappearing, reappearing. I also feel like it's connected to paranormal activity. So it could be where maybe, you're seeing things that you never noticed before, or maybe you're able to all of a sudden communicate with the other side, or you're seeing them visually. So again, it could be, whatever other way something can be invisible that can become visible again, I feel like is going to happen. So it should make for an interesting week. Another theme this week surrounds obstacles. I feel there's an obstacle in your path. Some things blocked and it's stuck and it's keeping you from moving forward. So for some of you, it could be a literal object in your path. You're driving and there's debris in the road. You're walking and there's a rock or an animal like a snake or something on the sidewalk that blocks your path. If you're traveling this week, I feel there could be obstacles you deal with at the airport or your car or your ticket or a boat or a train or any sort of transportation or travel that gets you to somewhere. I feel like there could be some things blocking that. And then there will also be blocks surrounding your fears. So you may be blocking your progress due to some fears. Maybe you have a fear of failure. Maybe you have a fear of success. Maybe you're just fearful, or, maybe you're dieting and you cheat, or maybe you want to get a new job or you aren't taking any of steps to find one. So some obstacles are also going to surface surrounding relationships. So if you have any kind of relationship blocks, those things could surface as well. I do feel these obstacles will be connected to the invisible becoming visible. So again, it's about that awareness. It's about it coming up for you to recognize, so you can see it, so you can deal with it, you can heal it, or whatever you need to do with those blocks that are keeping you stuck, so you can remove them from your life and create whatever future it is that you want for yourself. So again, expect some of those things to be revealed. I do feel like it will be important for you to watch for hints, clues, and listen for messages all around you. I feel like they can come from people, places, songs, animals, your intuition, and just things in general. I mean, it could show up in multiple different ways. The universe, your guides are always communicating with you in some way. So all it takes is for you to pay attention, right? Get out of your head about all the stuff that you have to do and all the things that are going wrong and all the things that haven't gone wrong yet but that you're stressing about, or reliving the past. You've got to bring some awareness to the present moment so that you can pay attention to the universe, your guides, all of the above, communicating with you. So again, anything connected to obstacles and blocks, literally and figuratively, could possibly surface in any area of your life this week that needs some healing and some realizations. Now, navigation is also a theme this week. Again, something that could show up literally and figuratively. There could be issues with navigation systems and directions. Some of you own SUVs that are named Navigator. I feel like maybe you could have some issues with your Navigator, or maybe you're about to buy one, or maybe all of a sudden you're seeing them everywhere. Either way, SUV, Navigator. I also feel like Navigator is connected to a profession. So there could be some of you that are getting jobs or losing jobs or having issues within these professions that have to do with navigation. So maybe you work on a ship or some sort of an aircraft or any other kind of navigational type situation. Maybe you decide that you want to go to school for that. So, and I also feel like there could be something in the news surrounding this as well. I also feel this is connected to religion and the occult or some skewed teachings. I'm not really sure why. I just kind of feel like it is, so I don't know. I guess we'll have to see what kind of pops up. I do feel like some of you will really feel your intuition coming online and realizing how it's navigating you through life. Some of you will just feel like you're in the flow more and it's leading you to where you are meant to be. Some of you will have, I feel like some of you have been practicing or have been interested in like astral projection and things like that, where you're kind of having out-of-body experiences. So I also feel like there's navigation connected to that as well, where maybe you're experiencing other worlds or, again, connected to the other side. I mean, it's not really the other side, but basically, that's basically where crossed over loved ones live. Now, some of you, I feel like, will simply realize you are more than a physical being. Your soul is encased in a suit that you call a body, basically. So it's kind of all connected to this navigation stuff that I'm feeling. Now, more new energies coming in this week surrounding transformation. So it's transforming every living being. For some reason, I was thinking or feeling dragons. So something about dragons could come up in your reality. I definitely couldn't tell you what dragons mean or what their connection is. Feel free to do some research yourself, but for whatever reason, I feel like dragons, I can tell you, I feel like dragons are connected to both sides of the spectrum. Some negative meanings, some positive meanings, maybe some skewed meanings. We'll see how this pops up. This week, you could still be experiencing feeling stuck, impatient, tired of waiting, and frustration. Those of you who've put all your energy, time, and effort in, now you just need to sit back and relax and wait patiently for things to come unstuck. If you haven't taken any action steps, well, then that's what you need to do to get things moving again. Know that regardless of where you are on the right track. Sure, there's always room for improvement, but that doesn't mean scrap everything and start from scratch. Just keep working forward. Just take action steps if you haven't, and if you've done all you can do, then the message is hang tight and see how things play out. You'll know when to make a move again. Work, for those of you employed, more of the same this week of waiting on others or feeling impatient at work. Really not much happening at all. I feel most everyone is appreciated and valued at work, even if you aren't getting any real validation. I also feel most outcomes of whatever you're waiting on will be a positive in nature. Work, for those of you looking for a job, feels like some of you are going to get some calls for interviews and maybe a few of you actually starting some jobs this week. But for the most part, I feel like it's another stagnant week of callbacks and hiring. I do feel, again, with each passing week, that's going to lighten up Love, those of you in committed relationships and dating seriously, overall a decent week in that department. I do feel like there could be a few of you wanting to push for a deeper commitment. Maybe that looks like moving in together, buying a house, engagement, wedding, planning, babies, or whatever else means a deeper commitment to you. Only advice I have is don't get too pushy and just state what you want once, then back off, right? Like, you don't want to be annoying. Those of you looking for love, I feel like some of you are interested in someone, but love or even just dating hasn't quite developed yet. Like, maybe you're crushing on someone. I do feel like this other person views you in a similar way. So just be patient. I feel like you just need to keep exploring and getting to know each other, even if it is on a friendship level, because I feel like things just need to blossom naturally. Patience is definitely needed. A few of you will meet someone through your work or through their work, so get out to any sort of networking events surrounding work, or maybe it's a vendor you deal with regularly, or the delivery guy, or the store manager, or a million other job scenarios that exist out there. Whatever it is, if you're single and you're looking, go out and mingle. Finances, for some, things won't feel like they are moving forward for you this week. For others, you could see some money come your way due to hard work that you put in the past. Maybe you're getting a small bonus or a commission check or a job completed, or your vendors are finally paying if you own a business. I just feel like there's money coming in from stuff from the past, not from the now. Health. Those of you who have been working on lifestyle changes to improve your overall health, I feel like you'll be seeing and feeling the results of your hard work. Some of you this week could be anxiously awaiting test results or information about an illness, what exactly it is, what you need to do, maybe treatment options. I feel stay positive and ask a million questions until you feel you understand things clearly. And please do not be afraid to seek a second and third opinion. Doctors are human too, and they make mistakes. And, again, it can't hurt to see what alternatives there are within the community of healthcare providers, because, again, there could be somebody that deals with things a little bit differently. Spirituality, once again, patience is called for this week. I know it sucks, but it is what it is. And the more you resist, the more impatient you will feel. I also feel like several of you looking into spiritual belief systems, religious organizations, and anything else to do with gaining understanding and knowledge. And some of you just might decide to enroll in college or some sort of training or apprenticeship type program. I just feel like it's about gaining knowledge. So I think that's a great action step to take, especially if you're feeling stuck and you're not really sure what you want to do right now. So that covers this week's predictions. I'm sending everyone positive vibes. I hope it's going to be a successful week, and I look forward to connecting with you guys next week. Let me get to tonight's caller. I have Tammy in Lake Jackson, Texas. How are you?
Hi, I'm wonderful. How are you, Rebecca?
I'm doing pretty good. How can I help you this evening?
Well, my mom passed recently, and I was just wondering if there was anything that you could tell me that she might want to tell me.
Sure. Can I get your mom's name?
Gina.
So when you say recently, I feel like it's like in a matter of weeks and months. Like, it doesn't feel like it's been years.
No, it was 3 weeks ago.
Okay, yeah, that's right. It's very, very new. I want to make sure that I have the right person. Did she have, I would say, I feel like her hair was above her shoulders but below her ears. And was it wavy? Like, I feel like it had body in it.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I'm seeing her as a brunette.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so I feel I feel like whatever she passed from, I'm kind of feeling some sensations from my neck down to my stomach area, or just above the pelvis area. It's odd because it's like I feel like what she passed from is between the throat and right above the pelvis, and I'm feeling like my stomach area and everything is really, really bloated and full. But I feel like it's a symptom of something else. Like I'm going back and forth where I feel like it could be cancer related, but then I'm feeling like it's internal bleeding, or does any of that make sense at all?
Well, you might be getting two of them. My grandmother passed away a year and a half ago, and she had a stroke. And my mom passed away 3 weeks ago with a heart attack.
Okay, why? But so I'm not sure. Maybe the stroke is connected to the internal bleeding, but it's weird because I just feel like everything. Did one of them have like a pot belly where the belly was just full? Okay. Was that your mom?
Last year or so, yeah.
Was that your mom?
Yeah. Yeah, okay, she was always teeny tiny, skinny. And within the last year, she all of a sudden had a pot belly.
Yes. So I feel like that is also connected to, I just felt like, yes, she might have had the heart attack and passed away from that, but I feel like it was something that developed because she's making me feel like I just feel her little pot belly. And it was a little odd because, like you said, she was thin, but then she had this belly. I feel like she had a pretty good sense of humor because she's kind of laughing and saying, yeah, like there are times where I just looked like I was pregnant. So she feels younger to me. Like I don't feel like she was that old. Like maybe early 60s, late 50s.
66.
66. Okay. She had a young energy about her for sure, though. Like, I feel like she was pretty down to earth. She's saying she had her moments of being a little complaining. I guess the nice word I could use. But she's like saying there were times where she could be difficult.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she's making me feel like she was at the service. It kind of doesn't feel like a funeral type situation, but I feel like you guys gathered together in some sort of way. Was she cremated?
No, she was buried, but when she was in another state, and then we went the following week there, and she was a member of the Moose Lodge, and they had a life celebration, and she was there, and we danced.
Okay, yeah, she was definitely there because she was saying like she was at the service. She had a great time. Were there like I feel like she was buddy with a couple of guys. Like I felt like she almost is like one of the guys because I feel like she would hang out and maybe even have kick back some beers or something. Like she's just making me feel like that's what they did at this lodge, right? Like they just kind of they hung out and they drank beer and she
didn't drink beer, but she drank Colorado Bulldogs, and we actually made one for her and put it on the memorial table.
Oh, that's amazing. Yeah, see, I would never be, but she's got to talk to me in my language, and I would never know what a Colorado Bulldog is. So she's just making me feel like it was a good, it was a good time. It was a celebration. It's something that she's definitely going to miss, and she's making me feel like she's going to be there. She's kind of making a joke, like, I will haunt that place. Like, I will be there for sure. She definitely has a good sense of humor. She So she's kind of making me feel with you like, you know, you said there was some distance, right? So she's kind of making me feel like she didn't get to hang out with you as much as she would have wanted, and that maybe there were even times while you were growing up where the two of you butted heads about certain things.
Yeah.
And you know, she's just acknowledging like, hey, you know, it was what it was. Like, I'm your mom, and that's just like she's just saying almost. Yeah, she's just saying like tough, right? Like, she's actually, I don't know if she would say this, but and again, she could be communicating in my language, but I feel like she's saying like tough titty. But I'm getting,
she would
like,
say that.
She would? Okay. It's like tough titty, and like a little saying, like something about spilled milk in the kitty, or tough titty said the kitty, or something like, yeah, just, she's being funny. She's cracking jokes, for sure.
Yeah.
She's also saying, she wasn't, like, she's not making me feel like she was very kind of like huggy, affectionate. Like, I feel like she's saying she made sure that you knew that she loved you, but maybe she wasn't as maternal as you would have liked, or maybe even as much as she would have liked in some way.
Yeah. She was a very loving person, but we didn't as much, as we were more friends than mother-daughter because she had me so young. So yes, I understand that.
Okay, yeah. So she's just saying like she, you know, but again, like she's just saying it is what it is. She loves you. I mean, she's got lots of love for you. She's acknowledging some children. I have 90 seconds. So do you have younger children? Like, I just feel like there's young children.
Well, there's 3 of us, but then there's grandbabies. And she might be trying to tell you that there's a grandbaby on the way, and now she knows.
Gotcha.
The day she died, she was supposed to find out.
Okay, yeah, because she's talking about the grandkids, like there's some grandbabies, but I feel like there's, a new baby coming. She's saying she knows what the sex of the baby is, and she's kind of like gloating about that, and she's not going to share it with you.
I already know.
Oh, you already know? Is it a boy?
I do. No, it's a girl.
Oh, that was me guessing. That wasn't her telling me. That was just me trying to pick up on it. But she's acknowledging all of you, and she's still really close. Her energy is really close to all of you, and she's going to be around for a little while. I do feel like she's going to give you some signs, and where you can feel her presence. I do feel like she's going to send you, definitely some signs so you know that it's her. And she says she's going to be checking in on that baby and all of you all of the time, and just know that she's around. I do have to go. I appreciate you calling in, and thank you all for tuning in as well. I hope you have a great week ahead. Thanks.